One of Marvel Studios' latest stars, who of course made her debut in the MCU in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, this being Dominique Thorne as Ironheart, recently revealed huge plans and hopes for Ironheart, and specifically how she hopes to be in the MCU for quite a long time. Guess some of the reaction that the internet had to this. Guess what it was? You'll never guess. Did you guess during the intro? If your guess was it's negative, it actually was like 50-50. So, see, I threw you for a loop there. But yeah, Dominique Thorne was recently hyping up the future of Ironheart, specifically being compared to Iron Man as the replacement. One thing she said multiple times is she's not replacing Iron Man. She's a different character. And she said that this is something that they're going to explore with not just her show, but other appearances in the MCU, and that this character is going to be around for a while. Now, again, some of the reaction to this has been, why are forcing this character on us? But they're not. Just don't watch her show, and it's that easy. 2, the character was rather successful in the comics and likable, so there is that. And 3, it's a legacy character, so, that's what Marvel always does. And I find it interesting that she teases a lot of appearances going forward. Now, obviously, she's still very young, and Ironheart is so fresh in the comics that pretty soon it's going to be like almost expected that newest additions to the comics are just being lined up for live action. And she's sort of in that vein, like multiple other characters like Miss Marvel. Feels like that they were tailor-made to jump to live action. And you can almost see that in the way that their stories were presented in the comics in a simplified way with almost like no paying attention to budgets. They're like, yeah, just make it look cheap in the comics as well so we can pull it off in live action. And when we get to live action, we'll just add some, bells and whistles on it. I think she kind of understands that she got this job because this character is going to be around for a decade, if not more. And obviously, she's still young enough that they want this character around for another 20 years. She can be there. And naturally, the contracts that Marvel offers are pretty lucrative in terms of the longer you're there, the more you're making. So I think it'll be interesting to see what happens next, but it definitely sounds like, and she's teasing, a huge future with Ironheart, which, again, once we see season 1, if it's good, then hopefully there's more. If it's mediocre, then, well, we'll talk about that when we get to it.